Hello and welcome back to Miller's A to Z Guide to Wine. Thanks again for tuning in. Just over halfway through our 26 letters of the alphabet. Hopefully this is helping you get through lockdown. If it's helping you understand the wine in your glass a bit more, giving you a little bit more enjoyment, that's all that matters. Today's letter is N, and N is for nose. Very important to have a good nose if you want to be a wine taster and you want to enjoy the aromas and the flavours that come from the wine. If you're a real anorak like me, you'll go even further and you'll go out and buy this little kit here. It's called Les Nez de Vin. It's by a guy called Jean Lenoir, and he has put together all these little bottles which have all the aromas associated with the world's most popular grape varieties. So there's one for white wine, one for red wine, and one for oak in wine. Les Nez de Vin, the nose of wine. It's amazing if you want to help yourself, teach yourself how to taste wine. I know it sounds crazy, but I always say to people, the more I drink, the more I remember. For most people, they'll say it's the opposite with them. But the more you drink your favourite wine, the more you're likely to remember the aromas and the smells in that glass. That's because we all have a memory gland, the olfactory gland, which sits in behind the nasal cavity. It has hundreds of receptors that send signals to the brain, and you're using it every single day. You're totally unaware of it. You can be walking down the street past your favourite coffee shop and it gives you a massive craving for your favourite Americano right away, because it's just sent a signal to your brain. I smell coffee, this reminds me of a lovely coffee, I have to have it. Or you can walk into somebody's house and they're cooking bacon in the kitchen and you haven't even seen it yet, and just a waft of it hits you, and all you can think about is a bacon sandwich with brown sauce and everything all over the top of it. Or you're at home cooking now your favourite dish, because we can't all get away on holidays, and you're cooking paella, or you're cooking duck confit or beef bourguignon, and those aromas and the smells remind you immediately of the last time you're on holidays in France or Spain. Wine is exactly the same. Wine and food have the power to almost be like a time machine, to take you back in time, and that's because of this wonderful olfactory gland. So to teach yourself to taste, tonight I've got a wee bottle of South African Sauvignon Blanc open from Nederburg, 100% Sauvignon Blanc. So the three main flavours, aromas associated with this are herbaceous, green pepper, lemon, a little bit of citrus and lemon, and also married up with that citrus is tropical fruit flavours in the form of pineapple. So you smell all three of them, and then you smell the wine at the same time, and you're picking up the same aromas. So you're teaching your memory gland to remember those smells are associated with that wine. So immediately when somebody gives you a wine blind and asks you to identify it, if you're picking up those aromas, you're starting to tell yourself this is most likely Sauvignon Blanc, because it has got those citrus and tropical and a little bit of herbaceous green pepper aromas, and then you try to decipher whether it's cool climate or warm climate. So from that there, having a good nose and being able to nose the wine is really important. It'll also help you find any fault if the wine is musty or mouldy, if there's a problem with it, which there shouldn't be. Obviously the wine should be fresh, it should be clean, it should smell of fruit. So the nose is very, very, very important. Your nose can give you far, far more enjoyment than your palate. Your palate is quite limited. Sweetness in the tip of your tongue, bitterness along the side of your gums in the form of tannins, and acidity towards the back of the mouth. But on the nose, you pick up all the primary aromas, the secondary aromas, the fruit aromas, vegetal aromas, the oak aromas if they're there. So nose in a wine is absolutely beautiful. N is for nose. Enjoy. Thank you very much for joining me.